Hey everyone, today I'm checking out the new G.I. Joe classified series, Cobra Desert Scorpion and Scorpion-25 2-pack. And let me tell you, this is one of the coolest sets from the classified series line. So first, for a little bit of background, the Cobra Desert Scorpion is a highly specialized trooper trained to handle the toughest desert conditions. This guy isn't just about survival, he's made for combat in harsh, unforgiving environments. Then we've got the Scorpion-25, a massive genetically engineered creature that serves as both a pet companion and a deadly asset on the battlefield. This thing is a force to be reckoned with, backing up the Desert Scorpion in every way. Now let's talk about the box art. As always, it's amazing. The blue and black gradient sets the tone, with the iconic Cobra and G.I. Joe classified series insignias standing out. On the left side, there's a series of symbols, along with an awesome image of the Desert Scorpion under a cool blue and black overlay. The right side features a full color image of both the Trooper and the Scorpion-25 looking ready for action. On the back, you've got a desert landscape scene with both figures in the foreground and two other Cobra soldiers in the distance. On the right side, there's an image of the Trooper masked, a backpack image, and a close-up of the Scorpion-25's furious face. At the top, you've got the Cobra logo and series number, while the bottom stays standard. First up is the Desert Scorpion, and the head sculpt makes a strong impression. The helmet features vertical brown ridges with a lighter brown in between, giving it the full look of a desert combat head covering. The visor has red lenses, topped with a black section above for contrast. The visor's band alternates between yellow and black, with a radio communications device on the right side, and a peg hole for the backpack's connecting cord on the left. Below the visor, the face mask has a shiny gold finish, resembling a respirator, which makes perfect sense, because he's consistently battling harsh desert conditions. The mask includes 6 diagonal black lines over the mouth area, while the cheeks feature vertical markings within the 2 black sections. Altogether, the design delivers a desert tactical helmet that's both stylish and intimidating. Overall, it has a dope execution. The torso details are equally sharp and well thought out. The base layer is a sleeveless black and yellow shirt where horizontal brown lines run along the sides. Over the top of the torso sits a brown armor piece with a quilt-like pattern, complete with visible stitched line work and intricate design etching. The shoulder areas feature darker brown sections with textured detailing, somewhat hidden by the bandolier but still noticeable. Strapped across the body is a sleek black bandolier outfitted with a row of bullets, a small pocket, and 2 red grenades. Overall, the torso design is impressively executed. In addition, the light brown fabric cape draped over the body is another standout. It has a rugged towel design with spiky edges at the bottom, while the top culminates into a bundled section, and it caps off with a tattered piece at the very top. Overall, the cape's battle-worn aesthetic is very well done. The belt ties the look together, done in brown with 2 pouches and a gold buckle that adds some very nice contrast. The arms are well executed, as the strong muscle tone and tan skin tone are done very well. On the right shoulder sits the red Cobra insignia. Also, the gauntlets and gloves look sharp, featuring a ribbed design with horizontal line work. A light brown/tan paint finish is present between the recessed areas, giving the effect of sand caught in between the grooves. Also, the black and gold armor plating on top of the gauntlets adds some shine, with a distinct V-shape at the top and 6 diagonal lines along the sides for extra detail. The black pants carry the same level of attention, with a knife sheath around one thigh and a fully padded piece on the other. Both also feature that same sandy paint application in the recessed areas, which also appears between the brown horizontal areas on the boots. The boots themselves look solid, repeating the gold and black armored detailing from the gauntlets, and they're finished off with yellow soles. Underneath the cape, there's an additional sheath, along with more visible sculpted textures on the upper torso armor, including on its deep brown sections. Additionally, the back of the bandolier shows 2 small red paint errors, but they're barely noticeable and don't take away from the overall design. All in all, it's a very sharp looking figure with plenty of amazing detailing. Alright, here's the Scorpion-25, a seriously fierce looking piece of design. It's got a beastly presence, but it still manages to look dope at the same time. Let's start with the cephalothorax right here, which is the fused region where the head and thorax meet. This area also houses the eyes, which in this case are green. Covering the cephalothorax is the carapace, which is this tough, textured exoskeleton piece that you see, and it acts like a shield, protecting and covering the upper head and thorax areas. Therefore, the layered exoskeletal plating and ridges sculpted on the carapace look great. Both the cephalothorax and the covering carapace have a color finish that is a combination of dark gray and black, and this mixture adds a lot of definition. You'll also notice small raised bumps scattered throughout the carapace, giving it even more texture and visual detail. Very nice. The fangs are white, and if you look closely around the mouth, there are tiny white teeth, which look good as well, and the gums are a dark pink color. So overall, the front section of the Scorpion-25 is very well done. Moving to the mesosoma region, this is the creature's abdomen, positioned between the cephalothorax and the tail. The sculpting here looks excellent, and so does the color finish, which is that of dark gray and black. And much like the head and thorax area, the mesosoma has heavy texturing across the exoskeleton that includes ridges, grooves, and armor plating. Small raised bumps run along the sides, adding even more depth to the design. The middle sections of the scorpion have a dark pink finish with detailed texturing that gives them a fleshy appearance, while the underside shifts to a beige finish with tiny indentations that bring out even more detail. The 8 dark gray legs are also well done. The joints look good, and overall the legs show impressive detailing, with small bumps and spikes worked into the sculpt. Toward the very bottom, the color finish of the legs transitions into a dark tan finish, giving them a sandy, weathered look that ties perfectly with the desert theme. Attached to the front are 2 appendages, also finished in a rugged dark gray. You'll notice the bumpy texture and spike details along the surface, giving them a tough, rugged look. As you move toward the pincers, the bumps and spikes become more concentrated, adding to the visual density and realism. The pincers themselves are articulated, allowing for natural-looking movement. In terms of color, they start off as dark gray, then gradually transition into a warm tan. Then the upper side of each pincer shifts into a deep bronze sandy tone, meant to suggest a buildup of sand and wear, like these have seen some serious action in a desert environment. Now we get to the tail section, which is massive and fully segmented. The first 2 segments are dark gray with a bumpy spike design. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th segments continue the dark gray on the inner sides, but blend dark gray and black on the outer sides. These segments not only keep the textured bumps, but also feature much larger, more pronounced spikes compared to the first 2, giving the tail an even more aggressive look as it curves upward. And you'll notice the dark pink finish in the middle of the tail. Capping it all off is the large stinger, the creature's most dangerous weapon. It's covered in a bumpy texture with a dark gray finish, while the 2 outer tips are painted in a sandy tan. The central tip stands out with a deeper bronze-like sandy tone. There's also a lot of line work detail in this area. Altogether, this is a really impressive bioengineered predator. The first accessory here is the faceplate, and it looks fantastic. The scar under the right eye looks very cool, and it gives him a battle-worn presence. Also, the facial sculpting looks amazing, as it captures sharp facial features, including a thick black beard and mustache that give the character a rugged look. The expression is calm yet intense, with eyes that suggest focus, determination, and toughness. Overall, it's a strong piece and very well executed. Next is the backpack, complete with a connecting cord. The sculpt is packed with detail, and it also features 3 canisters on the back. And on the opposite side, there's a mostly smooth area designed to mimic leather. It has a brown finish, and you can also see texturing in the segmented areas and the area at the bottom. Attached to the pack is an articulated device, which could function as a camera or surveillance unit. The set also comes with a submachine gun, complete with a detachable magazine for added realism. There's also a grapple launcher as well, featuring a removable hook and an attached line that can be unpegged and wrapped around different objects. A pair of thick, detailed claws are included, matching the same level of sculpted quality as the rest of the gear. Two combat knives add to the arsenal. And here's a scorpion prod, finished in a conventionally metallic style. So altogether, these accessories round out everything with an impressive variety of options that look great on display or in action poses. Here's the Cobra Desert Scorpion with the submachine gun. Here he is with the backpack with the connecting cord. Next, here's the figure with the faceplate and grapple launcher, which has the removable hook and attached line. Then here's the figure with the claw accessories. And here's the figure with the two knives. Next up, here's the Scorpion-25. Then here's the Scorpion-25 with the pincers articulated, as well as the tail. And here's another view. Then here's a view of both the Desert Scorpion and Scorpion-25 together. And here's another view of both the soldier and his highly lethal companion. In regard to the articulation, the Desert Scorpion can look up this far, and he looks down this far, which is just a little due to the scarf/cape piece. The hip tilts pretty well, and it turns with no problem. There are butterfly joints. The arms raise up to a 90-degree angle. Full arm rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, rotation above the gauntlet, wrist swivel, and a hinge. Ab crunch, and he bends forward extremely well. And he bends back equally just as well. Nice. He can pivot at the waist due to the ball joint. Waist rotation. He can do a full split. The legs kick forward to a 90-degree angle, and they go back very far. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and the lower legs bend back this far. The foot goes up this far and down this far. Ankle pivot. When the secondary faceplate is equipped, the range of movement in the head sculpt is basically the same. So there's no difference in the head movement with the secondary faceplate. In regard to Scorpion-25, its 8 legs all have the same range of movement. Therefore, the part that hooks into the body can swivel and go up and down due to the ball joint, and forward and back. These joints can pivot and go up and down. The two appendages are also connected to the body via a ball joint. Therefore, it can swivel in various directions and go up and down, then forward and back. The pincers are connected to the appendages via ball joints as well, so they can pivot in various directions. And the claw part is articulated, as we saw earlier. As for the tail, the segments plus the stinger are ball jointed. Therefore, they can swivel all around quite easily. The only segment that can't swivel is its first segment. And there's that. And that wraps it up for the Cobra Desert Scorpion and his beastly companion, Scorpion-25. The Desert Scorpion absolutely delivers on presence. From the rugged head sculpt with its battle-hardened expression, to the desert tactical helmet with its red visor lenses, gold mask, and layered armor, every detail feels sharp and well executed. Also, the rugged desert gear, torso armor, the bandolier packed with grenades and ammo, and the tattered cape all bring that gritty and rugged tactical edge. Add in the layered paint apps that mimic sand caught in the gear, and you got a design that feels right at home in the harshest battlefield. The accessories are just as impressive. An alternate faceplate, a loaded backpack with a surveillance device, a scorpion prod, combat knives, claws, a grapple launcher, and a submachine gun. Everything adds to his versatility and really sells him as a dangerous operative. Then there's Scorpion-25, another highlight of this set. The sculpting is phenomenal, with armored exoskeletal plating, textured ridges, spiked legs, and a massive segmented tail that curves up into a deadly triple-tip stinger. The blend of dark grays, sandy tones, and fleshy accents makes the creature feel alive yet engineered, like a terrifying bioengineered predator created by Cobra, built to strike fear on the battlefield. As for the articulation, the Desert Scorpion has a really good range of movement. Regarding Scorpion-25, it has a good range of movement as well. Together, the Desert Scorpion and Scorpion-25 stand out as one of the most unique classified releases to date. Part soldier, part monster, and all menace. If you're looking for a figure and creature combo that instantly commands attention on the shelf, this one is it. So thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe.